Hi everyone, thanks for watching our channel. So you've been with us during the recovery of USS The Sullivans, and now we are rehabbing and decontaminating, and thank you for all of your interest, your subscriptions. Ring the bell, subscribe, leave comments, and I hope you enjoy this video. Well, we are in the aft boiler room again. Yesterday's video, or whenever the videos get published, who knows when they get published around here, we just have so much other things to do. But in the prior video that hopefully you've watched, we talked about the burner system. Alright, but now we're going to talk about this one burner here. You got the bail already loosened, you got the burner barrel, but you'll see there is no fuel control. Down here you've got you can control the flow of fuel. Here it doesn't have one. So you'll see here it goes from the fuel header. Unfortunately for this demonstration we are missing the knob, but you can see the fuel injecting right into here. What this controlled was to create a smoke screen or a black smoke. Right? From this burner you are just dumping fuel directly without an air mixture right into the boiler, and you can see there's no attached shutter window to it. Right? Any of the other control mechanisms, this one doesn't have it at all, because you know what you're doing. You're just jumping the fuel right in there and you're creating black smoke. Now this was used throughout World War II, especially like in the early days in the advent of World War II, when radar wasn't really used, or 1 out of every 10 ships had it, and it wasn't really trusted. It wasn't a trusted technology. Blowing smoke, black smoke, would create a smoke screen for the rest of the fleet. And so the destroyers, that was one of their jobs. They were screening. Certainly by the end of the war, most destroyers were screening and picket duty. But they could also blow smoke, which would then literally hide the fleet from the enemy, from other surface vessels. So this burner was a way of just dumping fuel. And finally, I am answering that question from one of our viewers back in December of that his grandfather or dad, I can't remember which one, changed the light bulbs in the smokestack. And I think it was a Sullivan's video, and I said, you know what, I can't even answer that. But again, having Hugh Doyle on board, the gentleman I talked about in the previous video, he was really helpful, and he started talking about it inadvertently, and I said, oh my God, there's the answer to the question. So there is always two people on the bridge, the captain and the OOD, the officer of the deck, that watched for the smoke and the ratio. Sometimes you'd want it clear, you certainly didn't want it black, because that's much easier for the enemy to see. But also, the guys down here, the boiler techs, wanted to make sure the smoke was clear before the captain or the OOD saw it, because, then you're getting into trouble. And you're feeling the ire of the captain or the XO. So they would have these two things. Here are the periscopes. Alright, I think Ryan from the Battleship New Jersey may have just recently done a periscope video. I can't remember offhand. But this was where the boiler techs could look, and what this is very simple: glass going this way, glass going that way, glass going that way, and eventually it comes, say, from the forwards part of the funnel, across the funnel to the light bulb. You wanted to see the light bulb, and then that showed the boiler techs down here that weren't on the deck what the color of the smoke looked like. So they would be able to monitor it here. They would be able to look at the light bulb. If they were blowing black smoke, you probably wouldn't be able to see the light bulb at all. A little more brownish, opaque, clear, white, you would be able to see it. And again, that is telling you the quality of the flame, the quality of the process that's going on in the boiler. So the quality of air to fuel ratio, things like that. The boiler techs also had a guy on board with standing smoke watch. All right, so they would then also call down here with the sound-powered phone to say, oh, you're blowing some black smoke, the captain won't be happy. So he was always on duty as well, watching the smokestacks. And hopefully distracting the captain or the OOD from whatever was going on. So this burner, right, you're just flooding it with fuel. If you wanted to use it as a smoke screen, use the destroyer, you know, to protect the rest of the fleet through that smoke screen. You just dump all this fuel right in there, right from the fuel header, right here. And again, you didn't need to monitor it with any of the shutters or windows because you know what you're doing. All right, so I hope that addresses the subscriber's question. It was so long ago, I'm sorry, I can't even remember your handle name, but I remember you were saying your dad or your grandfather used to change the light bulb in the stack itself. And so that was used to monitor the quality of the smoke leaving the boilers. Please leave comments. Thank you for all your support. Again, we're in the Sullivans here. You can see how she looks. You know, that a lot of, she did not look like this a month and a half ago. So Miller Environmental did some pretty good cleaning. And for volunteers that are interested and you'll be working in spaces like this, again, we're just waiting to get the air movers and the dehumidifiers and things before we let anyone in here. Air quality is very good. We got Catherine here again with us filming, so thanks very much, and we'll see you again soon.